What's going on, guys? It's Trevor here, back with another video with the second gen again. Do a little video on it, and today we're gonna be talking about my top 10 mods for these trucks, at least that I've done. I've had this truck about 5 years now. It's a 1500 5.2 4-wheel drive gasser, sadly, but she cleans up pretty nice. Done a pretty decent little bit, 2 or 3 years. But starting with number 10, probably the thing that, I don't care if you drive a 1990 Honda Civic, what will give you great, I don't know, just something about tint. Tint just makes everything just look a little bit better. I got 5% on my side glass, 5% on my back, and my windshield is 45%. Kind of wish I would have went 35 on the windshield, but also didn't really want to get pulled over and have to take it all off. 45 still helps a lot. Looks clean, keeps the cab cool. Can't go wrong with some tint. Number 9. When I got this truck, since it's just a 1500, it just had the little crappy mirrors on it, and I, like every other Dodge owner, threw the tow mirrors on it. I'm personally not a fan of them flipped out, but if that's your thing, then that's your thing. Number 8, a little bit of a controversial mod, if you will. Some people like it, some people hate it, and that is the 4th gen front bumper. I don't personally like them when they're chrome. I think it makes the gap look a whole lot bigger than it is. Obviously, I got the sport grille that covers it up some. Even though it's all painted black, there's obviously still some gap, but it's not the end of the world, at least to me. I think the 4th gen bumper swap looks the best on a black truck. Even the painted trucks don't look as good. And like I said, the chrome I'm generally not a fan of. I did recently find out that you can get the sport grille in chrome on, I believe, LMC truck, which looks pretty cool. Actually, I thought about throwing that on this just to do something different. And as you can see, I got the light bar, curved light bar in the middle, just to fill up that gap in there. I think it looks nice and good, and I throw it on here and there. Continuing on, what do we got? Radio. 90s truck, stock stereos, terrible. I got a pretty nice setup in my truck, but aftermarket radio, aftermarket door speakers. I got 212s, mids and highs amp. Pardon the truck, it's pretty nasty at the moment, but I got 212 stuff behind the seats, amp under each seat, Pioneer head unit, and then some Crescendo mids and highs that honestly just, make the truck sound a whole lot better. I'm a big audio guy, so big difference compared to what came in this truck in 96, that's for sure. Obviously you want Bluetooth and all that good stuff. I'm looking into throwing a double dent in and getting a backup camera. Pull a trailer all the time, and a backup camera would be nice. But continuing on would be number 6, would be the steering stabilizer. If you know anything about Dodges, you know their steering sucks. And this cheap mod, I'm not gonna say it fixes the steering by any means, because the steering's still trash in these. But it definitely helped me out. I think it was, pretty sure it was around 60 bucks. Definitely seemed to tighten up my steering a little bit. Definitely a must-have mod. Number 5. These Magnum engines sound good, but you gotta wake them up a little bit, and I would have to go with an exhaust. I did Flowmaster Super 44 muffler, and I just have mine cut off just a little before the axle. Big fan of the Super 44, sounds good. Pretty loud, but not obnoxiously loud. Has a nice idle to it. You don't really hear it when you're just cruising, but you hear it when you get on it. My personal ideal muffler. Number 4, with any truck, you have a front end rake, and I wasn't a fan of it, and my wheels and tires rubbed, so I did a leveling kit. Now they were supposed to send me a 2-inch level. They sent me a 3-inch level, and I just kind of went with it. So I have just a smidge of that Tennessee tilt. Any more Tennessee tilt, and I would have been changing it up. I think it looks fine as it is. When I'm pulling the trailer, it does have a little more than I prefer. They sent me 3-inch blocks, so I got the 3-inch level kit, and on top of that I got the Bilstein 5100 shocks. I like the Bilsteins. They do ride honestly pretty stiff. Feel like they've worn in a little bit as they got some miles on them. Hoping they wear in just a little more. But everybody recommended them if you got any type of lift or any type of bigger wheels and tires on. And I mean, they do keep you playing, and there isn't any, you know, up and down bounce like the old shocks had. Number 3, huge mod. This honestly should be number 1. If you have a 2nd gen Dodge, you know, especially if you got first 93 to 97, you know these cup holders suck. That one's broken and actually glued into place. The best mod is this bad boy right here. Super simple, pops right in, holds in under there. I think they're 70 bucks. Hold your cup holders, or hold your cups. Great. I waited like 4 years to get one. Finally got one and said, why didn't I spend 70 bucks 4 years ago? Number 2, to bring your 90s truck into today, you're gonna have to go with lighting. Just some simple eBay headlights and some LEDs. Just really, I don't know, just bring a 90s truck into form. And really just make it drivable. The stock headlights on these are horrendous. LED taillights as well, smoked. Also have LED interior lights. You know, just anywhere you can throw some fresh, new, brighter lights. Just makes it look a lot better, makes it feel a lot newer, and honestly just makes it a whole lot more safe as well. And number 1, the top mod I've done to my truck is these wheels. I've had 4 or 5 different sets of wheels on this. These are 20 by 12 XF off-road 211s, I believe, on Nitto 420s, 305 50 20s, obviously. Truck's dirty right now, but just very good looking wheel in my obviously personal opinion. I was going for obviously the more street tire, wide look. See, they got pretty good little bit of poke. Nothing too absolute crazy. They do keep the truck nice and dirty, but honestly just a little bit of stance just makes any truck just look so much better in my opinion. These are, I believe, -44 offset, if I recall correctly. Anyways, these are my top 10 mods on any 2nd gen Dodge.